Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today I'm doing another package opening for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, the core books. This is second edition. Now, my last video I had opened up the Dungeon Master's Guide that I got for a little over $11, including in shipping and handling. So today I'm expecting the Monster Manual and the Player's Handbook. Now I'm not exactly sure which covers I'm going to get, so this image on the on the video might not match the actual book covers, but for the thumbnail I'll take a separate photograph and the thumbnail will modify that. So as I already explained, I got the Dungeon Master's Guide last week, and I'm just going to switch views here. So we're going to go right into an opening. So this here came from all three of these books I bought on eBay, not eBay, I'm sorry, Amazon. And I got the Dungeon Master's Guide for about $11. I got the Monster Manual for $23, and the Monster Manual for like 20, 24, maybe 25, and then the Player's Handbook for 21. So in all, about $50 for the complete set. So these were all listed as in good condition, and so we shall see if that's how they are. Now, I was very surprised with the Dungeon Master's Guide and the condition. And here's the Player's Handbook, and so as you can see, here's the Player's Handbook. And once again, I mean the condition. That's just the something. Let's see. Oh, they have a couple tabs in here. It's kind of weird that they would send it with tabs inside it, but so okay. But other than that, I mean, looking at the outside of the book, looking at the edges and everything, I mean, this is perfect. I mean, this is really, really perfect. So here is the Player's Handbook, second edition. And let me see if I actually can find the second edition. So this is all, David Zeb Cook. And this particular is the second printing, May 1996. So let's just take a flip through. So since I'm doing both books, I'm going to take my, I'm just going to go through them very, very briefly. So once again, this came from Half Price Books on Amazon. So we'll flip and go to here. So here we have it. So the Player's Handbook. Let's see if I can open this up without. Once again, very similar layout. And just the, everything very clear and very concise. It's not as packed as first edition. And let's see if we can focus in on a few things here. It does have a bit of a an old book smell to it. So it might have been sitting on a shelf for quite some time. Let's see. So player character races are dwarves, elves, gnomes, half-elves, halflings, humans, and then other characteristics. That's interesting. 32 other characteristics. Let's see I'm looking over. So here they kind of have like archetypes, I'm assuming. So you have, I never played second edition, so this is all very new to me. So warriors are broken down into fighters, paladins, and rangers. Wizards are mages, and then there's schools of magic, specialist wizards, illusionists, priests or clerics, and it goes through the various types of powers and everything. You hear my kids screaming in the background, I'm sorry. Druids, rogues, which are thieves and bards, fall under rogues, and multi-class and dual-class characters, and they go into that here. So non-alignment creatures. I'm just skimming through very, very quickly. Let's just take a look at the book itself. So same art style, uh, continuing through. So let's see if we just do that a little bit. I really like how the art is very much different in second edition than, as compared to like first edition. I'm expecting to get my third edition in the mail sometime after I get back from vacation. So that I just ordered as a bundle of all three books from the same seller on eBay. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. I got that whole set for 40 $43, I believe, including shipping and handling. So here we go. PC races, and we have halflings, and pages are nice and white. Very very clear. And like I said, very easy to read. I mean, that's the one thing that really stands out to me, is that this really does look like it's going to be quite easy to read through. So proficiencies, and I remember weapon proficiencies that were introduced, I believe, in Unearthed Arcana for first edition. So a lot of the things that were coming out of that first edition didn't cover, a lot of those things were covered in Dragon Magazine, and then in Unearthed Arcana, and then some of the other supplements. And so from what I've read up on a little bit, is that second edition takes a lot of those things and it includes them in it. Some of the things they discard. So you're not going to see Cavaliers in second edition, at least I don't believe so. Cavalier was always considered to be a pretty overpowered class. So I'm just flipping through. So wizard spells, and this is the companion, the core book for the players to use and create their characters, along with the assistance of the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Dungeon Master's Guidance in creating characters. And I'm just flipping through, looking for any obvious signs of wear or writing or anything, and I'm not seeing anything here. So here's the appendices, and yeah, so here's a nice, they put all of the various charts that you would need. So 18 goes through. Once you hit 18, then you could roll a D100, and you can get up to 1800 strength, and then you go to the, basically the giant strengths and beyond that with the 19 through 25. So very nice. All right, I'm going to switch over to the monster manual. So let me switch views here. All right. Next up is the monster manual. So much thicker book, I can tell. And it's sealed much better than the other one. So let's see. I don't see my knife here. I usually use my knife. And there we go. So next week, I should, when I get back from vacation, I should have, when I pick up my mail, I should have all of the 3 core books of 3rd edition, and then I will be complete. All right, so here's the Monstrous Manual. And again, one thing about Amazon, when you see things listed as good condition, at least it's either I've been extremely lucky or the sellers have been extremely generous with their interpretation of what is good, because normally good, is less than what I've been seeing. So I'm happy with that. I mean, there's a little bit of like a bubble here on the, a little bit of a bubble here on the binding on the outside. Cool. They have the list of books and two, so 4 players. You have the player's handbook, the character record sheets, and then the player handbook supplements. Which, the one thing that turned me off about second edition was that you have all these different supplements, and to me it just struck me as, I want a system where, I can play with 3 books, and to tell me that I have to buy, 15, 16 different books, for every character class and then every race, became just like a bit much. And so I never transitioned from first edition to second edition. Plus at the time I was going off to college, or actually if this is in the late 90s, actually this is late 90s, so I was still in the military and on my way out, so I wasn't back into tabletop role-playing just yet. So anyhow, so flipping through the monster manual, and I'll see. So yeah, there's a little bit more wear on this, but I'm still not seeing any noticeable, writing or tears or anything like that. So let's see what we have in here. So here is the Monstrous Manual. And like I said, they have these layouts for Dungeon Masters and the fundamentals and the screen, the guide supplements, so armor and equipment. So yeah, supplements. Lots of supplements with this. Now I know it's a very, very popular edition, unlike 4th edition. Let's see. Let's see if there's an index of monsters. That's something I haven't seen yet. Let's see. So this one here is copyright 1993. This is the 7th printing, so 1996. I know one person had told me that 2nd edition, the ink kind of runs, but that might have been in just the earliest edition. It's very strange. There is no table of contents in the front to show all of the monsters that are listed. So we'll just flip through. Beata Zoo, a Banshee, Bats and Basilisks. I'm just flipping through. Again, a little bit of that old book smell. Beholders and Beholderkin. So some of these are new to me because they've obviously added different, different things to the game. Bullywugs and carrion crawlers. Different types of cats. So and then we go to dragons, chromatic dragons, green dragons, blue dragons. All right, so this is generally the chromatic dragons, and gem dragons. So amethyst, crystal dragon, topaz. I don't recall them being in 1st edition. I don't think they were. Steel certainly wasn't in 1st edition. So it's looking really cool. So drow, let's see what kind of an index they have, because I'm surprised it's not So they put Get the Yankee in here, I just noticed. So they've taken some of the things out of the Fiend Folio and they've put them in here, which stands to reason. I guess they took probably like the best of the best and moved it in to here as well. Just flipping through. I mean, it looks really clean. All right, so here they put the index in the back. So no table of contents, which was interesting. Yeah. Instructions for blank monster form. So monster summoning. So they have different summoning locations and then what you can summon in that location. Character subtable, NPC parties. And here's the general index of everything. Still just looking over the different things. So, and then here they have worlds at your doorstep. So campaign settings, accessories, kind of tiny stuff. It's hard to actually see everything. Here's the different campaign settings for second edition. So they have Birthright campaign, the Forgotten Realms campaign, Ravenloft, Dark Sun, Planescape, and Dragonlance Saga campaign. So pretty cool. And let's go to this big screen. So very happy with this. And I was kind of glad that I got I got matching covers. So now the complete set is here. I'm not sure if this is just like a printing error or, it's kind of like a pinkish instead of red like the rest. It might have just been, and it looks almost like a fade on it. So that's kind of interesting. And that the coloration of the TSR symbol on it is a little different. But once again, super happy with, the purchase. So now I have all of my first edition, second edition, fourth and fifth edition, waiting on third to come in sometime next week. So once I have them all, I'm going to lay them out and, just do a brief overview of, all 5 editions of Dungeons and Dragons. I also have the D&D Cyclopedia, so that covers everything that was basically in the Beckme sets, and I have my, some of my box sets as well. So really, I think quite a good collection of Dungeons and Dragons core books and box sets and everything. So I'm really, really happy with having built up my collection this summer and, over the last couple of months. So anyway, thanks for joining in. Switch views again. So thanks for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you're backing any Kickstarters, please feel free to put them in your in your comments on my video. I like to take a look at new things coming out. If it's your own Kickstarter, please let me know. That way I can, really take a deep look at it. And if it's something that I'm comfortable with backing, I will back it, and then I'll eventually put up a video explaining why I think it was a good purchase. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great summer if you're on summer vacation. I know my summer vacation kind of officially just started today. This is my last day of working at my second job. So now I'm getting ready to go on vacation in 2 days. So my summer vacation has just begun. I'm not working again for another 5 weeks or so. So looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting some gaming done. So you'll have a good one. I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. I will be putting up at least one more video before I leave, And then I'm going to try to do a video from my laptop when I'm on vacation. So that'll be an interesting thing. That'll be my first foray into doing a mobile video. So thanks a lot for joining in. Have a good day.